My God, I'm saying good afternoon. I'm sure most of you guys saw my IELTS speaking Band 5 short where I discussed what is stopping you from going from Band 5 to what's stopping you from going from IELTS speaking band 5 to IELTS speaking band 5.5 or band 6, band 6.5 or band 7 and higher. So I wanted to join you on this live just to discuss some extra points that I couldn't cover in today's live. So for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Wafa, and I'm an ESL professor here in Canada, and I've also been teaching the IELTS exam for the past 10 years. So today we're focusing on IELTS Speaking Band 5 and what it takes to improve from a Band 5 level to a Band 7 level. So I want to know if anybody is stuck at a band 5 or band 5.5 and is looking to get at least a band 7 plus on their IELTS exam. I know a lot of students find this challenging, and I'm about to break down how exactly you can go from that low level to the extremely high level and what is stopping you from reaching up there. So here's the thing, at an IELTS speaking band 5 level, the main problem is that your English is actually understandable, but you just have limited grammar mistakes. And for this reason, you're stuck at the IELTS speaking band 5 level. And the thing is, your grammar is often limited and you keep using the same words over and over again. So let me give you an example of let me give you an IELTS speaking band 5 example. And then we are going to talk about how to fix it to make it into the IELTS speaking band 7 level. So let's say the examiner asks you, what do you like to do in your free time? And you go on to say something like, I like to read books and reading is very fun. This is an IELTS speaking band 5 level. The main reason why is because you used synonym words. You used the same words, you didn't use synonym words to show that you're able to talk about something using different language. And you also used very simple sentence that doesn't really show your ability to speak English at a native English speaking level. So you got to remember that when the examiner is assessing he's assessing you on 4 things. So the IELTS speaking band descriptors is on lexical resource, fluency and coherence, pronunciation, and grammar. So you want to make sure that you are able to meet each criteria. And the way you meet each criteria is, number one, you need to start looking at the IELTS speaking band descriptors so you understand what the examiner is looking for at each different level. So let's talk about an IELTS speaking band 7 answer now. So the IELTS speaking band 5 answer was, I like reading. Reading is fun. Let's change it to a band 7 answer. So a band 7 answer would be something more detailed and have a lot more accurate grammar. So you could say, I enjoy reading books because it helps me relax and I like to learn about new things. So as you see here, we told the examiner why exactly, I guess, we enjoy reading books and what type of books we like. We like mystery books. So remember, this is so key in IELTS speaking. And in order to go from an IELTS speaking band 5 level to an IELTS speaking band 7 level, you need to make sure you tweak your answers and also use simple vocabulary, guys. So let's go back to the beginning, and because I know most students always ask me, what is band 5 in IELTS speaking? So band 5 in IELTS speaking has to do with the band descriptors. So remember that the examiners have a criteria they're grading you on, and this criteria is called the IELTS speaking band descriptors, okay? And like I mentioned earlier, it's divided in 4 different sections, and I wanted to talk about pronunciation. So most students often think they have to use big words, fancy words that are hard to pronounce, but then this affects your band score. So what I often tell students is to use simple words in IELTS speaking that you're comfortable pronouncing, because at the end of the day, when you are comfortable pronouncing a word, you're going to feel so much more confident in what you are saying, and this is going to help you go from the IELTS speaking band 5 to IELTS speaking band 5.5 level at least, and then you improve your way from there. So I wanted to mention that this example that I gave earlier, it shows a whole difference between a band 5 level answer and an IELTS speaking band 7 answer. So I wanted to encourage you with 3 tips to improve your English today. So these 3 tips I want to give you is, please listen carefully, because I want you to level up and reach your dreams in 2026, guys. It's the new year. Let's have a new year resolution that we are going to help you improve your English. So I want you to start using more synonym language. This is what's going to make you go from a band 5 level to a band 7 level, okay? So instead of using words, instead of saying I like every time, I like this, I like that, try to say I enjoy, I'm fond of. I'm fond of sleeping in on weekends and having a big family breakfast, for example. I enjoy going to the swimming pool with my kids. And also try to use linking words. In an IELTS speaking band 5 level, most students do not use linking words. So linking words, if you want to get an IELTS speaking band 7, then use words like because, however, in addition. These are the type of words the examiner wants to hear from you. And also, these richer vocabulary words is what's going to help you go from the IELTS speaking band 5 to IELTS speaking band 5.5 level, and then reaching for the stars to a band 7 level. So another tip I wanted to give you, the second tip, is grammar accuracy. I want you to start paying attention to your common band 5 mistakes. So most students often make a mistake at a band 5 level with their tenses, their subject-verb agreement. So for example, instead of saying, I go to school yesterday, you have to say, I went to school yesterday. And grammar improvements are one of the fastest ways to improve your band 5 in IELTS speaking. So this is why I wanted to mention it. So the third tip I want to leave you with is focus on pronunciation and clarity. So I want you to remember this because, like I said, you do not need to use fancy words, big words. Use words you're comfortable saying and use words that you are able to pronounce clearly, so that way the examiner could grade you higher on the pronunciation section of the band descriptors, right? What's happening here? Oh, okay, nothing. So another thing I wanted to say is focus on clarity, like I said. So, for example, instead of saying I like reading books, you could say something like I like reading books on the weekend because it helps me relax, and I really enjoy just winding down and laying in bed because I have a very busy week throughout the weekday, for example, very busy days throughout the weekday. So I want you to focus on your pronunciation, your intonation, your rhythm when you say certain words. This is what's going to help you reach the IELTS speaking band 5.5 level. So let's see what else I wanted to discuss. So remember these tips, guys, for your IELTS speaking test, so you can improve. Hi, Connor. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, please let us know. We are talking about, what time is it for? It's 9:30. 9:30 at night. Where are you chatting from, Connor? And are you preparing for the IELTS speaking test? Let me know if you're preparing. I see 7 people here. I'd like to know how your IELTS speaking preparation is going for you. If Peterborough, nice. I'm not so far from there. I'm also in Ontario. Lots of snow today. So let me know if you have any questions related to the IELTS exam, if how you've been preparing, how you've been improving your English, because I'd love to help you improve your band score and help you reach your goals of getting to that. No, I'm actually not. I'm not Arab, Dana. I am from Uzbekistan, which is next to Russia. Yes, Dana. Are you preparing for the IELTS exam, Dana? No, I am 8. Oh, wow. Okay. Very nice. So, guys, if you have any questions about IELTS speaking band 5, how to go from an IELTS speaking band 5 level to a band 9 level, sorry, from IELTS, we're not going to jump so quick from band 5 to band 9. From band 5 to band 5.5, one step at a time. I want to help you improve your band score so we can help you in IELTS speaking part 1, IELTS speaking part 2, and IELTS speaking part 3. So in IELTS speaking part 1, the examiner asks you questions about yourself. Uh, he's going to ask you whether you work or you study, what you like to do in your free time, maybe if you live in a house or an apartment. These are the type of questions you will be asked in IELTS speaking part 1. I would say keep your answers to 2 to 3 sentences in IELTS speaking part 1, and and use different vocabulary words related to the given topic. Then in part 2, you will be handed a cue card of questions, and what you will need to do is you need to read the questions, and the examiner will give you 1 minute to prepare your answer. The examiner will give you 1 minute to prepare your answer. So after the 1 minute is up, the IELTS speaking examiner is actually going to give you 2 minutes to talk, and you need to make sure you speak for a full 2 minutes, because this is what the examiner is going to grade you on. So if you don't want an IELTS speaking band 5, then make sure you don't hesitate in your speech in part 2, because this is super important. Then following along to IELTS speaking part 3. Part 3 is mainly a discussion between you and the examiner, and the examiner is going to ask you most likely about the same topics he asked you in IELTS speaking part 2. So if the topic was about sports in part 2, he's likely to ask you he's likely going to ask you questions related to that given topic in part 3. Hi Dana, is there any dance in what you're talking about? No dear, no dances here. So you need to be able to do this, so you are able to, hi Hutch driver, thanks for joining. So you need to make sure in part 3 that you are ready to talk about the same topic from part 2, and just more of a discussion base. Like the examiner is going to ask you a question, you just respond, and then he will ask you another one. So let's see, we have 12 people here. Let me know if you're preparing for IELTS speaking and what you have been doing to prepare. Let's see. I'm preparing for, I wanted to see how the algorithm is, and if people are actually preparing. So let me know. Are you preparing for IELTS speaking? Yes or no? Yes, great. Great. Let me know if you are preparing for IELTS speaking. I'd like to help you out. So if you are trying to get an IELTS speaking band 5 to band 5.5, then the tips I could give you before I sign off, guys, is try to listen to a podcast, watch a YouTube video, read for at least 20 minutes a night. So that way you are able to improve your English and be able to score a high band in your IELTS speaking exam. All right, guys. So I really hope the best for you guys on your English language journey. And believe me, check out my videos. I've posted everything about IELTS speaking and how to improve your band score for your English proficiency exam. And I'm here to assist you, ladies. If you're looking for a supportive group, then check out my IELTS Speaking Ladies Club, where I actually help you improve your English. It's over Zoom, And that way you are able to go from that band 5 to band 5.5, band 6 to band 6.5, and so on and so forth. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this live. I really appreciate your time. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.